Oh, now tell me that this footage looks like really good, because I've just bought the Sony a7 III. It's what you're looking at right now. And this camera is a really important part of today's video, because today I'm talking about all the various different ways that you can make money as a guitar player, just to offer you some perspective and to reassure you that it's now easier than ever before to make money using the skills that you might have developed through being a modern day guitar player. Now, of course, we're going to talk about all the traditional ways that you can make money, but in 2021, there are definitely a lot of unconventional ways that you can make money that maybe weren't even a thing back in the day. Now, before we dive into this video, I should probably introduce myself if you are new around here. My name is Harvey, welcome to the channel, where I post weekly content every Tuesday about all things guitar related. So if that is something that you're into, then consider hitting that subscribe button and just ring the bell to make sure that you get notified when I upload. So ever since I picked up the guitar when I was a teenager, I always dreamt of being able to make money. You know, just get paid for doing something that you absolutely love. But back then, I thought the only way you could do that is if you were part of a famous band, or if you had a record deal, or if you were just touring the world, you know, playing stadiums and big gigs. And for a lot of people at that time, it seemed like a bit of a pipe dream. But if we fast forward to 2021, there are now a lot more ways that you can make money as a guitar player that are a lot more accessible and are maybe ones that you wouldn't even think of. So we'll start with the traditional stuff, but you're definitely going to want to stick around for some of the more unconventional stuff later on. But a big part of playing guitar for me is teaching. I just love being able to teach people how to play the instrument. It's definitely one of the most rewarding jobs that I've had in music. And for anyone who has the ability to play the guitar to a relatively good standard, and if you are interested in teaching, then I definitely think it's something that you should at least have a go at. Now, a really common reason that a lot of guitar players don't go into teaching, especially if you're maybe just playing guitar as a hobby at the moment, is a lot of people think they're not professional enough to be able to teach somebody. Now, if you're experiencing some of those feelings at the moment, then I'm here to reassure you, because all you need to know is just more than the person that you're actually teaching. You don't need to know everything on the guitar, because there are very few people in this world who do. But if you are able to pitch at students who are maybe beginners, then there's always going to be things that you know that they don't, that they can benefit from. And I also find that with teaching, it also really develops my own playing and my own abilities, because I'm always learning. Because I like to plan all of my lessons, I like to keep my lessons interesting for people, then I'm always finding really interesting topics to teach my students. And maybe those are topics that I'm not too familiar with when I first start researching them. But that's a great way for you to develop your playing, because you then learn side by side with your student. So it's actually rewarding for both people. Now, the second way that I make money as a guitar player is through doing gigs. Now, obviously for the last 12 months, that hasn't really been a thing. And boy do I miss gigs. Please let gigs come back soon. But gigs are definitely a great way to again supplement your income. I used to play weddings, I've played at pubs, but I've also played original music, supporting other artists, and all of those are really viable options. And I think especially as we come out of the pandemic, people are going to be itching for live music. Like, seriously, people just can't wait to either be performing again or just going to watch live music. And I think that's something that you can definitely cash in on. Now, the third way that I make money as a guitarist is through session work. Now, that is me going into recording studios and performing on other people's recordings. This is probably the thing that I enjoy most about playing guitar, because it enables me to explore my creativity. I love being in the recording studio. It's just an environment that makes me really comfortable. I love the vibe, I love the people, and it's just something that I think every guitarist should experience at some point in their life, whether that is something that you do professionally, or maybe it's just something that you do as a one-off. Maybe you're somebody who wants to make an album or an EP. I definitely encourage you all to get into a studio as soon as you can, because it really is an experience that will open your eyes not only to your own playing, but to what the professional world of music looks like. You guys. The people that make it to this point in the video, you're the good ones, and I definitely owe it to you to share some really eye-opening ways that I make money that you can definitely incorporate into your own portfolio of income, if you like. And that is all around content creation. Now, don't worry, content creation is not a scary term, it's just something that a lot of guitar players are naturally doing these days. Now, I'm on Instagram. I follow probably a lot of you guys on Instagram, and I know that you make good stuff. There are so many people who make really good videos, they maybe take really cool gear photos, or maybe they have a YouTube channel like this one, and they record these really high quality videos of themselves playing guitar or just talking about guitar related topics. Now, that is a skill set that all companies, all businesses, all creatives, they all need that type of content. But so many people view social media and making videos and photography and YouTube as a hobby and not really as a business. But for me personally, the minute that I started thinking about my social media presence and how I create that content, the minute I started thinking about that in terms of a business and as a professional endeavor, it really flipped a switch for me, and it immediately made me see how valuable that is to other people. I don't have a background in photography, certainly not in an academic sense. It's all just stuff that I've learned through being interested in that art form. As soon as I bought a camera, I was just immediately hooked on taking pictures, and I just learned. I went on YouTube, I watched a load of channels like Peter McKinnon, Masi Hapoya, so many great content creators who are based around filmmaking and photography, and I just learned the craft. And it's something that I really wanted to do for other people, but I didn't really know if that was a viable thing. I didn't know if people would be interested, but I just thought I would try. Now, this approach to making money kind of goes back to what I mentioned when I was talking about teaching, and that is, if you are able to take a good photo, or at least able to understand photography, video and cameras, then you know more than most people who run businesses. So there is a value proposition there. You can add value. So that's what I do. I do photography and videography and social media consultancy on the side, because those are all skills that I acquired through doing guitar videos on YouTube and on Instagram. It only takes a couple of clients to really enjoy your work and to start sharing it for you to be able to build some momentum in this area. There are plenty of pedal companies, audio companies that all make products that need content and need demonstrations of their products to be able to sell them effectively to an audience. Now, if you're on Instagram or you just know how to take good gear shots, then you can be that person to provide that content. You don't need tens of thousands of followers on Instagram, although that can help you charge more. Really, you just need to be able to take a good photo or be able to create interesting content, because that's what you're going to provide to that client for them to use however they want to. That's something that is chargeable, and then you can extrapolate that further. So you might want to take that outside of Instagram, and you might want to start doing some more long form photography or video shoots, kind of like what I'll be sharing over the next few months with a couple of projects that I'm working on, because these are all transferable skill sets and it doesn't all need to live on Instagram. And it's all stuff that you learn from being a guitarist in 2021, posting your content on social media. I really hope you found this video helpful and eye-opening, and I would love to hear from you down in the comments below, and let me know if any of those things are part of your income stream as a guitarist, or maybe you're just a guitarist who is hoping to maybe one day start making money in this way. And if that is you, I would love to hear from you down below. As always guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Give the video a thumbs up if you like the footage on the Sony A7. I, for one, definitely do. And as always, I will see you all next Tuesday for another video.